Today, Legacy of Silent Crown invites you to take a closer look at the quiet, deeply human life of Michael J. Fox, a man whose name once defined an era of Hollywood success, and whose life today tells a very different, yet profoundly meaningful story. Beyond the spotlight, beyond the iconic roles that made him a global star, lies a life shaped by family, resilience, and an unwavering spirit in the face of illness. What does the daily life of a legend look like when the cameras fade, and what has kept his family so strong through decades of change? In this video, we explore not just the career of Michael J. Fox, but the enduring strength of a family that has stood beside him through every chapter, a story that continues to resonate deeply with audiences around the world. Michael J. Fox, born in 1961, is now in his mid-60s, a stage of life where many reflect on legacy rather than chase new heights. Yet for him, legacy has taken on a deeply personal meaning, shaped not only by his career, but by the people closest to him. He has been married to actress Tracy Pollan since 1988, a marriage that has quietly endured for nearly 4 decades, a rarity in Hollywood, and one that has become a symbol of stability and devotion. Together, they have built a family of 4 children: Sam, Aquina, Skylar, and Esme. Over the years, this family has grown not just in number, but in strength and emotional depth. Public appearances may be rare, but when they do occur, often at Parkinson's fundraisers or special events, they carry a quiet weight. There is no need for spectacle. The bond between them speaks clearly on its own. For many in the American audience, especially those over 45, the Fox family represents something increasingly rare: a long-standing marriage, children who remain connected, and a shared commitment to facing life's challenges together. In recent interviews, both Michael and Tracy have emphasized a simple but powerful idea: that their children have always shown up for the family, not in grand gestures, but in everyday presence, support, and understanding. This sense of unity becomes even more meaningful when placed against the backdrop of Michael's health journey. Diagnosed with Parkinson's disease at a relatively young age, he has spent decades living with a condition that gradually changes the rhythm of daily life. Yet rather than withdrawing, he chose to transform his experience into purpose, becoming one of the most recognizable advocates for Parkinson's research through the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Before this chapter of advocacy, however, Michael J. Fox was already firmly established as a cultural icon. His role in Back to the Future remains one of the most beloved performances in cinematic history, while his work on family ties helped define television for an entire generation. For audiences who grew up in the 1980s and 1990s, he was not just an actor, he was a familiar presence, someone whose characters felt relatable, energetic, and full of life. That contrast between the vibrant young star and the reflective figure he is today adds depth to his story. In recent years, particularly around the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, public interest in his life has surged once again. Appearances have been limited, carefully chosen, and often emotionally resonant. Each moment carries a sense of gratitude, both from him and from the audiences who have followed his journey for decades. Today, Michael J. Fox lives a quieter life, with a strong focus on family and selective public engagement. His time is no longer dominated by film sets or production schedules. Instead, it is shaped by meaningful moments, time spent with his wife, conversations with his children, and continued involvement in advocacy work. While he has largely stepped back from the fast-paced demands of Hollywood, he has not disappeared from public life. His occasional return to acting, including projects like Shrinking, reminds audiences that his passion for storytelling remains intact, even if expressed more selectively. Geographically, his life reflects this balance as well. With ties to both California and New York, he moves between spaces that support both his family life and his foundation's activities. New York, in particular, remains an important center for fundraising events and public appearances related to Parkinson's research. Financially, while he may no longer operate at the peak commercial intensity of his earlier career, his position has evolved into something more enduring. He is no longer defined by box office numbers or television ratings, but by respect, a form of public recognition that often proves more lasting than fame itself. His legacy is not tied to constant visibility, but to the impact he continues to have on others. Health remains a central part of his story, and it is one that the public follows with both concern and admiration. Parkinson's disease continues to influence his daily life, shaping his schedule, his mobility, and his public appearances. Yet what stands out is not the limitation, but the way he has chosen to respond to it. There is a sense of acceptance, not resignation, a willingness to adapt, to continue, and to find meaning even within difficulty. For his family, this journey has not been without its challenges. Tracy Pollan has spoken openly about how the illness affects not just Michael, but the entire household. And yet, rather than dividing them, it appears to have strengthened their bond. The children, now adults, remain present and engaged, forming a support system that extends beyond obligation into genuine connection. This is perhaps the most compelling aspect of Michael J. Fox's life today. It is not a story of scandal or controversy, but of endurance. Not a narrative driven by headlines, but by consistency. In a culture often focused on fleeting moments of attention, his life offers something quieter, and perhaps more meaningful. The public's perception of him has also evolved over time. He is no longer simply remembered as a beloved actor, but regarded as a symbol of resilience, dignity, and grace. For many viewers, especially those who have aged alongside him, his story feels personal. It reflects their own experiences with family, health, and the passage of time. In the end, Michael J. Fox's life today is not defined by what he has lost, but by what he has built. A lasting marriage, a close-knit family, a meaningful cause, and a legacy that continues to grow, even in stillness. As we reflect on his journey, we are reminded that true legacy is not measured by fame alone, but by the lives we touch and the strength we show in the face of life's challenges. If you appreciate stories that honor not just success, but resilience and humanity, consider subscribing to Legacy of Silent Crown, where every story is a legacy worth remembering.